So you wanna make your sprue from this to this? Then you are in the right place. After this video you will have the necessary skills to make your first miniature. But first let's talk about the tools. As you can see, you don't need so many of them, so let's see what's what. The first in the line is the clipper. You need this to cut out your part from the sprue. The next one is the glue. I use Citadel glue. I really like it. As you can see, there is a little metal tube. The glue comes out from it. Sometimes the glue can stuck in there, but later on I will show you a little trick to fix it. There is a chance that you have a push-fit mechanic miniature. I suggest to use the glue on that as well, the so-called more line remover. If you buy a starter set, tool set, something like that, you will get one, I think, but it's not really necessary if you have a hobby knife already. This made to even the surface on your part. If you cut it from your sprue, your clipper can leave a mark. And from the plastic manufacturing technology, you can find more lines on your miniature. You can fix it with this little tool. Your hobby drill. This is necessary if you want to make a realistic miniature, because sometimes you have to drill out the gun barrels. And finally, your hobby knife. This is better for mod line removing and even the surfaces on the parts. If you have one, as I already said, you don't need a mod line remover, but later on I will show you a little trick to make the gun barrels better before drilling. You can find tools in different price ranges. If you're just starting out, I suggest you just buy the basic ones. Just check out your local game shop and get some advice. Now you know your tools. Let's talk about the miniatures. There are two kinds of plastic miniatures. Let's start with the starter set one, the push fit. Here is a sprue of Infernus Marines from the 40k 10th edition starter set. You can clearly see the connections here. This kind of miniatures, also called monopose miniatures, because you don't have many choice how to build them, there is only one way. So now we have to open our handbook here and find the page where our miniature instructions can be found. Games Workshop use a number reference sheet. It's really easy. You have to find your part on a corresponding number. You can find your numbers on the sprue. So cut out our first parts with our clipper. I suggest to hold the part when you cut it, and you won't get it loose. Now let's clean them with our little tool. Or if you have a hobby knife, you can use that. I mainly use the back side of it. Now I just try them together, because the push fit mechanic not so precise. I have to use glue in here. This technology improving year by year, but still have a long way to go, I think. So let's get out our glue and fix the connection here. Don't force it, just a little bit. I will show you a little tip here. If the glue doesn't come out from this metal tube, you just have to turn it around and it will fix that. Now let's make this procedure with the other parts as well. If you have difficulties to build it the right way, just check out the reference picture and of the instructions. Oh, look at that, this guy have a pistol and we have to make the barrel. Let's mark the center of it with our little hobby knife, just like a drill. It's well enough. So let's get my drill here and make the big hole in the barrel. And our barrel is done. See? We made a gun barrel. And now we have to find our base in the box. You can see the size in here. And that's it. We have our first push-fit miniature. Next, let's talk about the standard ones. When you don't have the push-fit mechanic, many hobbyists like it better because you have more options in terms of loadout, and you can even magnetize them, more options to make your preferred pose, so it gives you the creative freedom. Here you can see a few Intercessor parts from the old Archangel's Combat Patrol. These instructions basically the same. You can see a yellow marker for the glue. So where you see yellow, there goes the glue. Hold it for just a few seconds. Let's make them as you learned in the previous steps. Let's finish our guy here. We need our backpack and the base. Let's start with our backpack here. And remember, I told you, when you don't get the monopose miniatures, you had a huge amount of choices how to build them. So for example, you can see here all the weapon options, all the pose options, and you get a huge amount of plus parts as well. I wish to make my guy with the grenade launcher one, because I can use him in kill team as well. Yeah, that will be my choice. We need a scope for our weapon. It's time to take it to the main body. And that's it. Congratulations! If you want to see some awesome Necron painting schemes, check out the video here.